I rise today to oppose this bill as well as the package. And Mr. Speaker, if you mind my indulgence of speaking all the bills at one time.
Yes.
Thank you very much. First of all, for those of us that are in our second term or our third term, we have read the studies, and I'm sure the first termers have as well, but the studies that have been shown to us suggest that this is a $2 billion a year problem. Not a $1 billion, not even the $1.2 billion that could have been developed by Proposal 1, but a $2 billion problem. And if we take this set of bills at its face, or at least according to your analysis, we might get to $1 billion. I think there are many of us, when we take a look at that, don't believe we get to $1 billion. We probably get closer to $500 million because we don't know where increased revenue is coming from down the road. So in the best case scenario, you're at 50% of the need. In maybe a more realistic scenario, you're only at 0.25% of the need. I've heard a lot in this conversation over the last few weeks since Proposal 1 that we have to start the conversation, that we have to move the conversation forward. Guess what? For those of us that are in our third term or second term, we've had this conversation. We have been talking about this. We know what the issues are. There are 4 or 5 ways to cut state government, and there's 4 or 5 ways to raise revenue. So the question is, do we need to move this package of bills forward today? Or should we do what's going to end up happening? And we know what ends up happening in a process like this. The quadrant leaders get together with the governor, and they hash out a plan. And if you don't need Democratic support, then you don't even need the whole quadrant there. You just need the Speaker and the Senate Majority Leader in the room to do that. So the question is, why are we doing this today? And why don't we just fast forward to that actual real negotiation that we all know is going to happen? Why do we have to study this some more? I hear our colleagues on the other side of the building want to start a new group, a study group, and spend some more time over the summer. We know what the issues are. There are 4 or 5 ways to raise revenue, 4 or 5 ways to cut this. Let's cut through that whole process and move things forward. If we could do that today, we could actually have something that is comprehensive, signed by the governor, done over the summer. This makes me seem like what we did 2 years ago, which was pass a road package that we knew would not get support on the Senate, would not have support by the governor, just so we could go away on summer recess. Again, let's take the time, get the leaders in the room with the governor, and work through this. We know what their issues are. We know we're going to get there. I even heard one of our previous speakers, the speaker from Macomb County, say, this is starting the process, and we know down the road there might be other conversations. Let's just get to those other conversations. That's what the citizens wanted after May 5th. I want to just say 2 final things as we move forward. I'm going to encourage my members on my side of the aisle. They might be voting on a variety of bills, I don't know. But I want to say as a token, as moving this process forward, I'm going to support 4613. And I'm doing that to show you that I'm not doing this as a partisan attack against this package. It's just not a good package. It does not solve the problem. We know certain bills are dead on arrival by the governor. We know other bills are dead on arrival by the Senate. I want us to have a real conversation with the leadership of the House and the Senate and the governor and actually get this signed. So today, unfortunately, I'm going to vote against most of these bills. I'll vote for one to show you that if you want to work with Democrats to solve this problem, we are here to do that. But again, the negotiations, I don't see them actually happening. You know, we created a new committee, which I don't know why we needed to. We had a committee that had been studying this issue time and time again. So again, if we are serious about trying to solve this problem, we are here willing to work with you to get that done. And I want to move us forward in this process, but I do want to just say it's so disappointing when I take a look at what we're doing around the earned income tax credit. In the end, what we're doing is telling people who get a little bit of extra money at tax time that they don't deserve that, and that somehow we're going to balance part of the long-term problems of the state and infrastructure on their backs. We didn't ask for any additional money from those who received tax cuts in 2011, and guess where that money goes? When people get that extra $300 or $400, it's not going in their bank account. It's going back into the community. It's going to pay for groceries. It's going to pay off bills. It is going back into the economy. And so what you're doing is just taking that small portion of money, raising taxes on those individuals, and at the same time saying that you've solved the problem. Again, when we take a look at this, it doesn't seem like we're solving a problem. Maybe we get to 25% of the actual problem. So today, I'm not going to do anything theatrical. I just want to say I want to solve this problem. Let's get together with the leadership. We know that's what's going to end up happening. So why don't we do that over the summer so we can actually have a real package signed by the governor that's actually going to do something for the state of Michigan. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Representative Singh.